So last week was the February 2022 Nintendo Direct, and spoiler alert for all you spoiler haters out there, it was really good. The two Portal games, No Man's Sky, Earthbound, Klonoa, basically the capture mechanic of Super Mario Odyssey serving as one of the big new additions to Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Very cool. But along with Nintendo announcing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC that will last till the end of 2023, we easily got the most unexpected announcement of the whole Nintendo Direct. Something nobody ever saw coming, and that, my wonderful audience, is Splatoon 3. Nobody ever expected this to happen. I mean, who would have expected a Splatoon sequel right after Splatoon 2 on the same system? That threw me off guard right there. Oh yeah, and Nintendo announced a sequel to the Wii Sports games called Nintendo Switch Sports, as if anyone gives a flying crap about that. Okay, fine, I'm kidding. So everyone knows what Wii Sports is, and frankly, everyone has played Wii Sports. And fun fact, it's legally required by law to love Wii Sports once it's played, and loved it I did. Now I already talked about how much I love Wii Sports a while back, so I won't go crazy talking about it here, but man, digital sports that can be played by shaking a glorified TV remote? What kind of crazy technology was Nintendo working with all those years ago? Oh yeah, and before you ask, no, I still don't hate the Wii remote. It was a genius concept that led to one of the most enjoyable and popular games on the Wii, and it shows. Wii Sports was so successful, in fact, it got numerous sequels on the Wii, but also the Wii U as well, which eventually became the Wii series of games. I mean, come on, this series was just so popular, it'd be stupid for Nintendo to not support it for as long as they have. I love what I've played of the Wii series. There are basically games that act as tutorials to understand how easy motion controls are for everyone, which sounds kind of boring, but the way they pulled it off in such a fun way makes this series great in my opinion, despite not playing all the entries in the series. But, come on. Who would have expected they'd continue this series for this long? Me's? Sure, we definitely weren't expecting them to get the same support from Nintendo as they got before, at least until Miitopia came out on the Switch. But Wii Sports, get the hell out of here. And it looks like everything from the original is brought back and refined, especially now with the Joy-Cons being more advanced than the Wii Remote, and the leg straps are in here too. Volleyball, soccer, bowling, tennis, badminton, and chambara, if I'm pronouncing that right. This is just so cool to me. I loved Wii Sports back on the Wii, and for a Switch version to happen and for it to be called Nintendo Switch Sports also makes me that much happier. Maybe getting Super Mario Odyssey 2 isn't as unrealistic as we thought, am I right? Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. But while this announcement is absolutely amazing, it is strange to me how golf, baseball, or even boxing isn't even here as of now, as I'm sure it wouldn't be too far-fetched to add those in during development, but hey, golf is confirmed to be added in a free update later on, so maybe we'll see these games come back via free updates, but until then, it still feels kinda odd to not have the original 5 games here, not gonna lie. But hey, online play is here too also, which is something the Wii original never had. Online play was eventually introduced in Wii Sports Club on the Wii U years later, which is an HD remake of the original game that added a bunch of quality of life improvements. Never tried this one though, but I'm sure my reputation isn't completely ruined because I said that. And while the game overall looks really good, the lighting and textures look great in my opinion, I am somewhat disappointed by the fact that while the Mii's have made a comeback in this game, it looks to be like they don't have as much of a starring role as they did in the original, and instead these children look like they're their replacements. They seem fine, but the Mii's were just so iconic and charming that it made for a magical moment playing virtual bowling as myself. This is just me purely nitpicking about something I'm nostalgic for, so don't take this as anything that would ruin the game for everyone. It would just ruin it for me. Fortunately, they're still here, but it doesn't look like they're going to have as much of a starring role as they did before. The game is planned for release on April 29th, 2022, which, wow, a game we thought was too good to be true is coming out in roughly 2 months. We're almost there. But seriously though, I am super excited for Switch Sports, especially for someone who is already a big Wii Sports fan. Now we have this new sequel that looks better in pretty much every way. Literally nothing else in that whole entire direct got me as excited as that. Yes, sirree, Switch Sports was the ultimate announcement and nothing can change my mind otherwise. A new Mario Strikers? Oh. And that's going to wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed the video, then please consider subscribing and checking out my other videos on my channel where you'll find more videos like this one. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video.